My name is Elizabeth Mazur, Elizabeth, Mazur, from the law firm Hughes, Sokol, Piers, Resnick, and Dim. I'm joined this morning by my colleague, attorney Steve Schwartz of Faraci Lang. And I'm also joined by Robert Brooks Jr., the son of Robert L. Brooks, and Jared Ricks, the brother of Robert L. Brooks, both of whom you'll hear from shortly. On December 9th, 2024, officers at Marcy Correctional Facility tortured and killed Robert L. Brooks. During this horrific occurrence, several other Marcy staff stood by, watched, and did nothing. Robert had done nothing to justify the use of any force against him, much less deadly force. Unbeknownst to Robert's killers, body-worn camera passively recorded much of the attack on video. As Marcy staff beat Robert to death, they believed that their actions would never see the light of day. After killing Robert, they went about their daily business as usual. Although the video of Robert's killing is extremely difficult to watch, it holds a mirror up to the violence and abuse Marcy prisoners face on a regular basis. It shows what Marcy correctional officers will do when they believe no one is watching. It paints an all too real picture of the rampant abuses that New York prisoners have recorded for years, pleading for help and warning that the lives of people in custody in New York prisons are profoundly at risk. This morning, we have filed a federal civil rights lawsuit in the United States District Court for the Northern District of New York on behalf of the estate of Robert L. Brooks. Mr. Brooks was paying his debt to society. He deserved to live. He deserved the opportunity to finish his sentence and return to his family and his community. Now I'm going to turn it over to Robert's beloved son, Robert Jr.
Good morning. My name is Robert Brooks Jr. Today, my family is going through an unimaginable amount of pain. No one should have to experience what we are experiencing. The murder of my father by the people who are supposed to keep him safe. But we are also feeling incredible support for our community here in Rochester and everyone who's reached out all over the country. We want to say thank you to everyone who is standing up and saying what happened to my father should have not happened to anyone. I can't describe what it's like to receive the news of his murder or the experience of watching that awful video. I felt helpless, like I was there with him and there was nothing I could do. I wouldn't wish this nightmare on anyone. But as painful as it is important that the world sees these images. They have the power to spark the change we need. I want to tell you more about my father, though. He was more than the last final moments. Robert L. Brooks was a neighborhood hero. He was a great man. He was everyone's favorite uncle. He wanted to make sure everybody was happy around him. That's what made him happy. He was very passionate of creating music and writing short stories. One of my favorite memories of my father is when his car broke down, but he still made sure we got to the studio every day. I will continue his legacy, and I will make him proud by making my music. While my father was serving out his sentence, we would talk regularly, and we began to dream of a new life when he had got out. Those officers in the system they worked for, they robbed us of that opportunity. And I would never get my father back. They'll have to take it from me forever, but we will not allow his death to be in vain. This pain must lead to justice for my father and for our family, and we will not stop fighting until we get it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jared Ricks, Jaredricks. Robert Brooks was my older brother and my only brother. Robert was 11 years and 1 day older than me, And as an older brother should, he was always there when I needed him. My first words were rah-rah for Robert. He was my role model, my voice of reason, my listening ear, and now he's gone. Growing up, I felt so lucky that Robert was my brother. Everyone loved Robert, and most of us wanted to be like him. I vividly remember rolling up to family gatherings and feeling like a celebrity as our family greeted us. Me personally, I wanted to walk like him, talk like him, dress like him. I wanted people to have that same glow when I walked in a room. No matter who you were or how long it had been since he last seen you, he'd always make you feel important. My brother was my guardian angel before he got his wings. We frequently went to the movies, bowling, shopping. As I matured, he never shied away from those tough love conversations, which is part has given me the strength to be with you guys today. My brother and I shared a passion for music. He'd often bring me to the studio. When I got older, he started asking for my input on his music. He even let me get on one of his tracks, and I just knew we would go platinum. My brother had a meaningful and unique bond with so many people, some of whom I've known my entire life, and some who have shared their stories with me over the last month. My family and I are taking things day by day. You know, days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, months turn to years. My brother had done 8 of the 12 years that he was sentenced to as seen fit in the eyes of the law. But the 17 individuals at Marcy Correctional Facility gave him a death sentence, and that's just not fair. People who are incarcerated are human beings. They have rights. They deserve to live without fear that something like this could happen to them. Our family is devastated, but we are also committed. We're going to use our agony to fight for justice so that no one has to watch clips of devastation 30 minutes at a time or go through the plethora of emotions that I've gone through in the last month. We want these killers prosecuted, and we want change. Big bro, we love you, and we won't stop fighting for justice and accountability in your name. Thank you.